Hello everybody, Frouwo here, casting game number 2 now of Relax versus Virtus.Pro, and I want to make a quick correction after the last game we had. Lubitel, I noticed what his profile is now, and I actually was watching another stream, and I found out that actually is Havos, so Havos actually is the carry player for Relax, so no surprise there. I wonder why the Luna was doing so well, but anyway, into the draft now we go. Relax, banning out the Alchemist, the Omni Knight, the Baden, as well as the Dazzle. Virtus.Pro in the meantime banning out the Enchantress, the Puck, the Luna, and the Doom.
10 seconds
So, don't want to face against that Doom or Luna again, or even actually the Enchantress.
5 seconds remaining.
So certainly reactionary variance coming out of here from Virtus.Pro after that last game, and in the meantime Relax has picked up the Invoker, the Timbersaw, the Shadow Demon, and the Marana. We're going to have the Shadow Demon Marana arrow combo potentially, and so they can certainly set up an aggressive try-line with that sort of combo. Could look for a last support, especially in something like a Visage, possibly. Very good support, certainly, and not picked or banned yet in this draft. But anyway, on to Virtus.Pro. They're indeed going to pick up that Bristleback again for Illidan, maybe even Smile. But actually, I believe Smile will be actually on the Nyx Assassin, as they're denying the Nyx Assassin from the side of Relax, but Relax, I think, going to be okay with that. Probably won't going to choose up the Nyx Assassin anyway. Would really have nowhere to put him aside from a support role, and
10 seconds remaining.
probably could do better than that, but who knows?
5 seconds.
It's always the draft, always an interesting portion of the game, but sometimes just lasts too long for me to cast the entire thing through. That's why I start so late in the draft. But anyway. So Relax could be running them around as a carry, but also, no, probably running them around as a carry, as they have Timbersaw on the offlane and Invoker in the mid. Shadow Demon as a support, and just looking for one more support. As Virtus.Pro themselves have 2 potential supports and could just be looking for an offlaner now. But also could run the Nyx Assassin in the offlane, as is popular in the CIS scene. Popularized really by Mag, I believe, of Empire. Does that a lot, and I think there's a lot of other players who do it as well, but when I think of it, he comes to mind. Funnick actually also does it, I believe. Yeah, so lots of offlane Nyx Assassins nowadays. And really, just because that Spike Carapace and the ability to harass down and last hit from a range gives them potential to do so. But against the Shadow Demon Arana sort of lane, may be a little bit tougher for him than usual. So we'll wait and see what happens on that. And yeah, so waiting on the last ban from Relax. Relax now banning out the Pugna. So worried about a push sort of thing happening, but I don't see that happening at all. Pugna really wouldn't be a good choice for Virtus.Pro at this point, but Virtus.Pro now banning out the Chen. So don't want that Chen support. And again, that Visage still in the draft. Let's see if it's picked up by Relax. It provides the stuns with the Visage and the or with the Familiars rather. Can do that great damage with the Soul Assumption and just the slows the Grave Chill as well. But of course, there's so many options. Who knows what it could be? For all we know, it could be a like a Witch Doctor. It'd be sick.
5 seconds remaining.
And Witch Doctor is a really good lane support in general. So, but it's gonna be the Lich. So Lich, last pickup for Relax. Hasn't had that much success recently. The Lich. And I think it was Yol for Roxas who played that. I never really got in the groove of things, and when last time that was played by him, it just failed miserably. So we're going to see how Relax runs it, but Lich, really good for XP denial, but not so good for late game sustain sort of stuff.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll wait and see though. This really gives Relax a bit more of a team fight potential.
5 seconds remaining.
And really, if you're rating teams and the potential of how well their team fight can go up against each other, I'd probably give the edge to Relax at this point, unless we see a big pickup from Virtus.Pro in the team fight department. But it's going to be the Disruptor, so actually no, pretty even now. I was going to give it to Relax before with the Invoker and the Lich, having the Chain Frost as well as all the spells that Invoker has. On top with Timbersaw being able to just do massive AoE amounts of damage, and the Marana, of course, with the Starstorm. But now with the Static Storm, the Connect Field and such, that can come out of the Disruptor. And just the OD ult as well on top of that Crystal Maiden ult, and it really could be pretty even. It just depends on which supports get more farmed up. Virtus.Pro's support certainly going to need much more than what Relax is going to need if Virtus.Pro is going to consistently look to take team fights. As we are now into the game, and let's start with our introductions onto Relax as they pick up their normal career. It's disappointing.
Prepare for battle.
So we're going to have Shaklo on the offlane Timbersaw. Gonna have Cockadella on the Shadow Demon. We're gonna have TMW on the Invoker. We're gonna have Dread on the Lich, and we're gonna have Havost, not Lubatel, it's rather Havost, not using a stand-in tag. Gonna be playing the Mirana on the top lane. And in the meantime, NS running quickly to the top lane to plant some wards, but may run to Havost before he can do that. And NS. Suppose types out a little bit into chat, and it's just gonna back off, it seems. But NS on the next, or on the disruptor rather, G gonna be on the Auto Devour. We're gonna have Smile on the Nyx Assassin offlane, of course. We're gonna have Jotum on the Crystal Maiden. We're of course gonna have Illidan on the Bristleback again. So and that's gonna ward up here, then likely rotate down to help the Bristleback. As we gonna have our deny from the mid lane, so TMU gets that early advantage against the OD. So it will be a tough lane for him. Invoker versus OD really doesn't end up well for the Invoker, as Ultimate picks up a double damage on the bottom lane, and gonna rotate towards mid. Huh? Yeah, they suspected, they saw Shaklo in the bottom lane, so they're gonna have to rotate up Illidan. Time being, actually no, gonna put Illidan mid and have OD actually on the safe lane, so G gonna actually not face up against the Invoker of TMW. Rather Illidan will, and Illidan gonna have a pretty tough time, I would assume, but already has a stout shield and no passive yet. But once he does, it will certainly help sustain the lane. But I guess it's more or less to be even on two lanes than win one lane, lose the other lane, so it's gonna be rather a test of skill in these two lanes than Timbersaw likely outright winning against the Bristleback, as he usually does against most melee carries with his reactive armor. But G gonna take that instead and really just shut down the Timbersaw as much as he can, as that is merely a guaranteed win for him, I'd say. But Illidan's gonna have a tougher time with his mid lane. Can certainly do well in the lane, but it's all gonna depend on how he positions himself, how he positions his back, of course, and how much damage he takes from TMW in the long run. As, both their last hit damage is pretty even, so in that regard, the lane is certainly even. A Smile now, so he has some experience from this large camp and the creeps dying in it. And it's level 2 now, so pretty well on his part. As we have Bristleback killing the Invoker in the mid lane. Diving very deep, and I'm so sorry that I missed that. And Lich gets the kill on the Bristleback. Man. That's the first blood. I'm literally legitimately upset about that first blood, as I was just talking about Smile and how he's level 2, and I didn't see that the Bristleback had dove all the way from this portion of the map up. As now another gank comes in mid lane as NS and Jotum rotate in TMW now. Gonna actually run towards the enemy base, but Bloom's back and stuck in the creeps now. Frostbitten up by Jotum, and that's another kill for the Bristleback. 2-1 in this mid lane now. As that Dread gonna rotate in. Look for a kill on NS or Jotum here, but neither of them are too low, so shouldn't be too scary. And NS sees him on the high ground, of course, with the ward. So Dread gonna know that ward's there, but let's see if he does any counter warding in response. Nothing on the courier just yet. And G.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fortify on the Radiant side. Shaklo, imprisoned up 3 times now, has little to no mana, can only cast 1 Timber Chain Rolling Blades combo, which is gonna give G a lot more confidence in lane, but slowly getting back that mana now as Dread rotates in the lane, and Dread gonna be imprisoned up instantly by G. And yeah, so Illidan doing mid well in this mid lane, it seems, as we should actually open up the last instance denies. We're gonna have Mirana and the Bristleback tied up as of right now. And G behind them as well, and then from there it's quite a steep drop off to the 6 of Invoker, but G now taking a lot of harass. Has no salve, so we're gonna have to just slowly tango up from this, as they're gonna have to deal with Dread and Shacklow in this lane now. While his disruptor actually pulls the lane back. And continuing to do that Astral Imprisonment. As Nyx disrupted up, Arrow I believe missed, because Smile really doesn't have too much damage on him. Illidan now sitting in the mid lane. John gonna find an Invis. Invis could look for a gank on mid here. As he may do so. Illidan, of course, can dive once again, but oh, Invoker only level 4 in this mid lane. Wow. So Illidan actually dominating this mid lane against the Invoker. As now Shacklow and Dread gonna find NS here and contest the creep pull. And G. Hold on, my computer seems to be breaking, and here we go. TMW now can be chased down by Illidan. However, Illidan having a tough time finding TMW, and now Cockdella rotating in, and TMW now disrupted up by, or disrupting up the Invoker. TMW gonna fall here now, and Illidan right clicking 150 damage now per click, and may get the kill, and he does with one last kill spray. So Illidan doing work in this mid lane with the Bristleback. Absolutely crazy. So well done by him. Almost didn't catch that due to computer problems on my part. Something tapped out for no reason. And Sunstrike, I believe, went out from the Invoker there. Didn't catch anything at all. As NS now 0-0-3, so getting a bunch of assists is going to help him early on with the farm and the levels, that sort of stuff. Illidan returns back to the mid lane. And Nyx disrupted up on the top. Arrow missed again. No, it hasn't been thrown yet even. So Smile gonna throw the stun, and Arrow gonna throw it from post to post, gonna miss that arrow, and Smile gonna get out there safely. As he was still catching up, and likely would have died had that arrow hit with that damage amp. But G now continuing to farm very safely in this bottom lane, and Mirana pops the ultimate, so I think VP knows this is happening, so they plant the sentry, and Crocodile gonna be in a bit of trouble now. Glimpse from NS gonna be too much, and Crocodile goes all the way back up onto the high ground by the high camp and just gonna get out there safely. So G now taking some spam from the Dimmersaw. Illidan now gonna find a double damage, waiting for his bottle return to him actually, and gonna start working towards the mechanism, it seems. Normally Vanguard this time gonna be working towards that mech. As G gonna work towards the Force Staff and over mech. So no big deal there. And G gonna keep on throwing those astrals. So gank on mid may come in a moment. Illidan now returning the lane, and of course Jottam as well as NS being here as well. Glimpse from NS likely gonna come out, and indeed it is gonna be under the tower now. And TMW gonna be blown up nearly instantly. Those right clicks just doing so much damage. Hasn't even popped the double damage yet. Now Cockdella gonna be getting very low as well, and not just the Invoker gonna go down here. Illidan now popping double damage. May look to push here, and he will do quite a bit of damage. 200 damage per right click now. Actually quickly falling as he hasn't spammed out the quills too much. And yeah. Timbersaw main lane, 13 mana on him in the bottom lane. Gonna go back to 52 up now though, and Illidan in the meantime Soul Catchered up on mid, and Sunstrike gonna hit from the TMW, no, just barely missing, and the damage reduction from the Cool Spray from the Bristleback gonna save him there, as a 3-man gank came out from Dread, TMW, and Cockdella, and just not able to clean that one up. It's just really Illidan showing that Bristleback is just such a strong hero in this meta. And even in the mid lane, albeit like versus you lane him over an OD in the mid lane, he still just wins straight out, it seems. Over the Invoker. Invoker's absolutely getting shredded now. Just 20 last hits in the mid lane, 4 deaths, 1 assist. Not doing well at all. So BP coming back strong in the second game after that extremely extended game 1, where host carried relaxed the victory as a stand-in. And G now finishing up the 4 staff, and there's 4 mid for Relax now, so Relax, we want to get a kill onto Illidan here. But really just making sure their Invoker is able to get some farm here, as he really has nothing. Now picks up a Basilius at the 8-minute and 40-second mark. It's not even delivered yet either, and Mirana all popped. Illidan, I believe, spotted that out, so gonna start backing up just a bit. So slight misplay there by the Mirana, popping that when there were other heroes in vision, but the push may come out mid now as Relax have 5 here. G could have gone for Midas here, but opted to not do so, and just gonna play this safely, but certainly gonna do a lot of farm in this off lane. And we'll see if it comes to any value in late game, as in the OD, another potent mid-game sort of hero, as Mirana gets a kill onto the Nyx Assassin top lane, so I missed that one, as Mirana, with the arrow and with the Starstorm, just blows up heroes really quickly. You know, actually, really what you look for kills when you're casting these games is you hear audio cues, and you're just like, well, if I hear this, then I look for this here on the map, and there should be something happening here. So you have certain heroes selected on that occasion, like if I feel G here is gonna like try and slay a hero, I'll just leave it selected and keep browsing around the map. You know, and anytime you cast a spell or something, that audio cue will play, and I will be, you know, cued in to do that kind of stuff. As Smile now is vended up, and try gonna find a haste here, and Illidan gonna get harassed down a bit. Actually, TP in now. Cold Snap from Invoker. Illidan gonna be in a lot of trouble. TP reactions from both sides now, however. Illidan getting very, very low. Gonna be bursted down now by Shacklo. And the Lich, actually, so Virtus.Pro not getting there in time. Illidan just being caught off the slightest bit, as Host now comes back the slightest amount onto that ward. A good, like, I'm not sure how many units that would be, so I can't make it an assumption. But Illidan going down, and there ends the, what was that, dominating streak. 500 gold in the pocket of Lich. So that support Lich gonna get his urn now, and Mirana picking up the drums. And now Basilius. Working towards the Yasha next with the Band of Agility up, of course. And yeah, Illidan returning back to mid lane, and Invoker is sitting very much under his tower. Level 8 now, it's rebounding well as goes back level 9, and this tower gonna be battered down by Illidan, as all Relax now actually rotating in. So Virtus.Pro gonna be forced back here. It seems to be playing aggressively. Illidan probably notices this, and actually, no. Maybe it's just a misplay by TMW, and now gonna be caught out. Soul Catcher up, and in a lot of trouble. Frost Chain on him, and Illidan now just blowing up by the last Timber Chain out of Shacklo, and the mid tower goes down without a deny, so Relax getting the kill onto hold on, Smile getting the Vendetta there, and now Sonic Storm coming out of the Disruptor. Gonna miss on all of them. They were caught initially, but the connects field just not in soon enough. Now Smile gonna fall to the Shadow Demon, and NS as well. Jottam cut out here very much. Jottam gonna fall to the Chakram, and NS getting missed on by the Sunstrike, but the Invoker gonna clean up anyway with a couple right clicks. And now G sitting in the mid lane, sitting pretty, but not gonna be helping out at all in this fight. 5 minutes. I'm not sure if G should be up here this far. Should he get Cold Snap? He's certainly dead now. Cold Snap, and Illidan not going in. Virtus.Pro going in very, very deep to this fight, especially with 5 up from Relax and only 2 up from their side. And Illidan gonna go down here again in the mid lane, and now G going down as well. So VP really over aggressive here in this mid lane with Illidan. Illidan doing very well in this early game, and just maybe a bit too much hubris from him, and feeling he can take on the world, really walking into 5 there of Relax. Shot now getting very, very low. 7 stacks of that melting strike on him, and Nyx now falling to Timbersaw. So VP throwing themselves at this mid lane essentially, and Relax just cleaning them up, having the right heroes there at the right time, and just playing it out very well, as VP losing out that really big early game advantage they built themselves up to have. Remember, that Invoker has had 4 deaths, but now gained 1 kill and 7 assists after this last really long engagement in the mid lane. So bouncing back very well as this level 9 actually eclipsing the experience of Illidan. So that 4-6 lead that Illidan had earlier as far as levels go, absolutely erased now. It's absolutely gone, and VP on the back foot now, it seems, after having such a good early phase, as we could probably look at the gold graph after last hit Scott in lead, but did have that spill earlier. Mirana below him, but Mirana hasn't died yet. And Illidan next in line has been very active, so wouldn't expect his last hit to be too high, but still moderately high. And then Invoker catching up to Illidan, and in the meantime Shacklo, as well as the offlaner in Smile, just trying to get as much CS as they can for the time being, but both pretty even in terms of last hits. And TP top, so we're going to put another engagement top now as we take a look at the golden. Hold on. As we have the Astral Imprisonment into everything onto Havos now. Chain Frost out onto Virtus.Pro. Bouncing around, continue to bounce around, and Crocodile gonna fall here. Illidan now, purged up. Gonna fall? Yeah, indeed falls when the purge triggers, and now Smile in trouble. In the meantime, Mirana gets a kill onto the Disruptor in the backlines. Also, Nyx falling to the Invoker. Now G seems to be next. One right click from TMW onto him, and he will be dead. Now Johnam gonna die to the Lich, as well as some help from Shacklo. So 5-for-1 in the top lane. VP falling apart in this laning stage. Relax. Just bouncing back from that poor start. Very, very strong. And you see the Luna, or the... I keep saying Luna because they all ride the damn birds, the horses, the cats, whatever it is. They're all riding something. It just confuses me. But the Mirana, rather. Going to be on top of the XP per minute, and the Invoker just below him. So very involved in these kills in the late game. And Luna sitting on 4 kills now. Also has the Yasha on top of drums at 15 minutes in. So Havos very well farmed thus far. And TW even picking up the 4 staff now. So Virtus.Pro, we're going to have to see what they have to do, because the way their lineup is set to play, as we look at this experience, or this gold graph, and 3,000 advantage of VP just plummeting straight down now. Just a very impressive dive. And the experience was slightly advantage of VP, but now nearly 10,000 advantage to Relax. Oh boy. Relax just so far ahead in experience at this point. It's going to be tough for Virtus.Pro to catch up. Virtus.Pro playing very aggressive now. Is smoke ganking into the Woods of Relax, and Havos can be found out here. Glimpse, gonna glimpse him back. Havos not gonna be able to leap out in time as that static storm dropped and stunned up from the Nyx, of course. So Virtus.Pro getting a return kill finally after all this fighting, and leave the networks chart for now. Actually, leave that up. The kills and such. So yeah, so. After that, what, 4-2 start, or 5-2 start on Illidan? 5-5 now. Not what you want. Shacklo getting closer to a Bloodstone. Just needs the Perseverance Stone. He will have it as the push comes out bottom from Relax. And nothing just yet. But Relax and pushes tower. No contest from Virtus.Pro. Virtus.Pro gonna look to pushing top already. Illidan may look to push mid here, but gonna have to go up against Havos, and Havos very scared at this point. Level 13 versus Illidan's level 10. And should he get in the right side of Illidan, he can certainly blow him up pretty quickly as teleports in on the top lane. Vanish popped by Mirana, so ultimate popped here, and could see a kill on the OD. And Purge up onto Smile. Smile now dropping the sentry, or no, rather Relax dropping the sentry and dodging that Timber Chain with that imprisonment was G, but G actually gonna have his teammate killed there with that imprisonment. Maybe was looking to save himself, but Itao was the answer, and just really a bad play by G there, getting his teammate killed. It's now Glimpse onto Vos now. Connect field in and disrupted up by Cockdella, and he will make it out of this alive for the time being. And now John dropping the ult, but gonna get blown up very quickly now. Chain Frost just bouncing around and doing a lot of damage to G, but mech popped and healed back up pretty quickly. There's Lich now very, very low, and Mirana back in base. A glimpse onto TMW, stun from Smile, very well timed. TMW now falling very, very low, and gonna fall here indeed, so Invoker now going down again, and Cocktail could be in a bit of trouble. Disrupts himself, gonna delays for his team as long as possible, and now dies to the Bristleback. Korea in the meantime drops. I assume sniped by the Mirana all the way back by the ancient camp of VP, and now Dread gonna be in trouble. Sunstrike onto Smile, gonna hit, but Dread falling to one of the strike from Smile, and now Avos rotating in and gonna get the kill onto the Disruptor, but Crystal Maiden cleaning him up with a right click, and now Smile actually gonna make it out there alive with the Vendetta. So certainly action packed there as Invoker bought back for that fight. Cocktail getting some really decent disruptions off there, as he also bought back as well. So what's that, 4? I think. No, the Mirana made it out the first and then came back. So, well, actually no. No, it's a 4. No, 5 for 1, I think. I gotta learn how to count, boys. Too tough for me. But I do believe the fight totally went in the favor of VP, as Illidan was doing work throughout that entire time. But the Curry again did drop, did have the bottle of Illidan on it. So at what cost for that bottle, Illidan? That's the question. Is that now push going to come out from Relax on this middle lane? As Force Spirit dropped, and now rotations in from all of Virtus.Pro. Arrow flies from Faust, gonna miss on everyone, and glimpse onto Cocktail, and he's gonna be silenced up, stunned, and dead for sure. Not able to get disruption off in time to buy his team some running away time. As Blink now up on Smile, so VP actually could look to take the Roshan here, but not just yet. Gonna see if they can get anything else mid for the time being. And Illidan working towards the BKB now. G working towards the BKB as well. Disruptor working towards the urn, and CN working towards survivability. Smile, of course, with the blink now. And arrow flies from Havos, I believe, misses everything, so actually fired it from over here. As he almost now has a Yasha, another 300 gold off of that for him. And Shaklo, another 100 and something gold for the Bloodstone, and another arrow flies. Gonna miss on everything. Actually, could just sell his shield and yeah, had a Bloodstone. As Havos pops the ult, and now they're gonna look for kills on the side of Relax. Gonna catch out Smile here. No, just barely missed the vision on him, I'd say. And not seeing anyone, as everyone just barely out of the line of sight of Relax. And now Relax collapsing onto VP. Gonna find Smile here, but leap in the trees, and now Purge up onto Illidan. Illidan, maybe the target of aggression here, but and just gonna back off, so nothing really happening there. Just a mishmash of fighting, and arrow hitting on Illidan now. Illidan getting a lot of damage. Chain Frost now out on him. Gonna bounce to NS, and NS gonna get out of there. No bounces, just back on the creep waves, and now hammer drop by G, getting a lot of Relax, very low, all at half health now. As Mirana ending Bristleback's killing spree up by the woods, and Dread gonna get killed here by the next stun from Smile, hitting on Cocktail and the Lich, and now Frost Nova from Crystal Maiden to finish off the Shadow Demon. Now Smile gonna be in a bit of trouble as Shaklo rotates in. Shaklo getting almost a kill on Smile. Now Smile running away. Smile safe here, and Shaklo gonna deny himself as Invoker now next in trouble, is imprisoned up right now, and actually, it was the Mirana I was talking about. So Mirana gonna fall here, and Sunstrike missing from Invoker there on all the VP heroes. So back and forth this game is, as VP losing just the Bristleback there. As again, was very far up. I believe he was chasing the Mirana? Yeah, either the Mirana or the Lich, but there was 2 heroes up here. There were 2 heroes up here that he was chasing, and the Mirana managed actually to get a kill on him. So VP just Illidan rather, just dragging away the rest of VP. 2 up here versus the 1 of him, and the rest, the 4 of VP, able to clean up in this Roshan, this entrance to their woods. So well done by them, and Virtus.Pro now looking to come back in this game. As we take a look at the goal graph, and it is now leading in their favor for the time being, and Experience now bouncing back as well after a 10k margin, mind you. A 10k margin at 15 minutes they're managing to come back from. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. But both these teams actually, I figure, in the late game, you know, not going to have too much potential. Really, the most quote-unquote carry hero you have on the other side is going to be the Mirana. So she's going to have to start working towards late game items if this game is going to end up like that. Could work towards the Desolator next, of course. Start chewing through that high armor bristleback. As NS now going to drop the Static Storm as well as a connect field on Cocktail. Cocktail going to fall, and yeah, indeed he does. Shotgun unable to do anything, and Virtus.Pro securing another free kill there. As the D-ward was going to happen, but Virtus.Pro denying that, and the support's getting some gold from those wards. Now Illidan has a BKB finished on top of the mechanism he had earlier. G also finished his BKB, and Smile, of course, 1400 gold for him. Nothing new after that Blink Dagger just yet. Jom now has a 4-staff himself, so has a lot more farm than he had last game for sure. Havos now 800 gold on him, nothing on the courier, so let's take a look at net worth as it narrow flies out from Havos. Gonna miss on everyone. Shot him, gonna eat some damage here, and now teleport mid from God. And Illidan. That cool spirit refresh is pretty funny because you spam it so often, you just figure it's not even gonna, it's gonna be insignificant if he just gets in the charge back. But now Illidan playing pretty aggressively. Brody plus bristleback, so it takes away any of those mana concerns you would normally have with the bristleback on your team. As Virtus.Pro rotating in now, Smile and NS gonna look for a kill top on Havost as the rest of Virtus.Pro push in the mid lane. And Smile getting mighty close. Good blink from Smile though. Gonna find out the Mirana, and Mirana has no leap now, so Static Storm from him, and NS and Smile gonna clean up this kill. Sunstrike from Proki gonna hit on Smile, but Smile not low enough for that to even kill him, so no big deal there. May just have to head back to base instead of farming up, but just gonna farm up actually, as NS did earn him, so. NS rotating mid now, teleporting mid just to block this push, and now Dread Thunderstruck up, and now NS getting very low here from the Forge Spirits. Now Dread can actually die in return for that. And Shard even denies the bottom tower in the meantime. So Lich and Disruptor trading there, as now Virtus.Pro cleaning up the Forge Spirits actually. So all bottom right now for Relax, as they do have 2 dead in the Lich as well as the Mirana. And yeah, so this mid tower is likely to go down. Illidan going to eat a Sunstrike here. Doesn't do too much damage though. I don't know how the Sunstrike damage is calculated when you're not sure which way is back. Is that now? TMW, Cactella going to be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Lion. Is that they're chailing on that cliff. Now, full step up onto Illidan. Illidan Soul Catcher's up here. Purged up as well, taking lots and lots of damage, even after the damage reduction. Jom in the meantime killed by Havos on the top by those woods, and Havos not able to catch anyone else. Did land a nice arrow there, I believe, on Jottam, so well done by him in that regard. And G now going to teleport bottom and farm up just a bit more. Probably going to work towards a Mystic Staff item, likely a Hex, is what I would assume. Seems like the most obvious choice. But gonna need more farm before he even sees an item like that. As Roshan Temp now gonna come out of Relax, as the Lich really allows for Roshan Temps to occur pretty easily with the Frost Armor. Roshan just starts attacking very slow. Now Illidan actually gonna come in looking to go on Cactella, and Cactella gonna disrupt himself. Illidan now popping the BKB for the 10-second charge, and G now popping his BKB as well. Alt on 4, Cactella going to go down here. TMW looks to be next. Indeed he is. So 2 kills here for Virtus.Pro, and Roshan actually, I believe, did go down to Relax. So relaxing the Roshan and puts it on Havos. Havos now going to work towards a BKB. As Virtus.Pro again look to push mid for the umpteenth time. great all threat from G again. Just picks up the Mystic Staff now, however, so that could have been a much worse team fight Relax had he had that Mystic Staff. So now Illidan, Smile, and company can all look for this tower, and indeed they get it. Smile has an ultimate orb. I'm not sure what he's going to build that into. Could be a Linken's, could be a Hex. I'm not sure, as Virtus.Pro now going to work their way top. And Dread just with the mech and an urn. Shacklow, Bloodstone, as he's had for a while, has 2,500 gold on top of that, so could be looking for Shivas, but may just get Boots of Travels and maybe a couple more kind of mid-game items for the time being. Could also work towards a Hex, who knows. And Smile. Looking for a kill, is Invis up. They do have a sentry on this top part, so Shacklow certainly spotted him out there. Shacklow are going to be caught out now. Frostbite into him, stunned now from Smile, and now G with the right clicks ends up committing suicide. And Dread now throws to the Chains Frost, but going to be killed here by the Carapace. Actually, no, pops the mech, still very much alive. Now stun flying out from Smile, and Smile gonna finish off, or actually G rather finishes off the Lich, and now Provokes in a lot of trouble as Shard even kills the OD, and now Age is popped on Mirana. Stun going out into Cactella, and Virtus.Pro going to look to back off now as well as they can, but Illidan cold snapped up, and Timbersaw coming in, absolutely obliterating him with the chainsaw, or Timber's chain, and the rolling blades. Now Shacklow not able to find the last of NS, as NS teleports out just in time. So a turnaround fight there for VP, 4-1 in their favor. However, Age popped on Luna, or Mirana, of course. Why do I keep saying Luna, guys? Ugh. Anyway, Invoker now working towards that BKB. Oh, he's about another 1,000 gold. Timbersaw is still sitting a lot of gold and brown boots, so no other items out of him just yet. As a mid tower destroyed by the Dire, so no deny coming out of NS, or Virtus.Pro rather. And NS now glimpsing back of Host. Host still had leap on the skill. Still had leap available, rather, and just sleeps away after the glimpse. So not a good team fight in for VP there, and Mirana starting to eclipse the net worth of OD and Bristleback, but again, OD Bristleback matched in farm for the time being, and really again two equally farmed heroes are better than one massively stacked hero, especially when all of them have the same worth. And yeah, for the time being, Virtus.Pro now gonna look to maybe push mid or get a kill on Timbersaw here. No, she not force staffing in close enough to Timbersaw. Timbersaw gonna get away, and Relax gonna rotate out of the Radiant Woods now. As a Smile farms up on the top lane, and Smoke on from VP now. Gonna look towards that bottom lane as they do see the Timbersaw down there. They're certainly not sure that Dread and Cocktail are down there, however, so actually just gonna change their mind and maybe look to the Radiant Wood, or the Dire Woods rather. Now pause out from Shacklow. We're gonna have another pause, and 32 hits to the game. 23-25 is the kill score thus far, and no reason for the pause yet, but I'm sure we'll get word, and hopefully it won't be too long. As doing the Yodam check, nothing special on either of the supports for Relax. Host, BKB on him. That's new, so that's nice to have on him. And Shacklow, BKB on him as well. TMW, 4-staff BKB on him as well. So lots of BKBs coming up for Relax, and they certainly need it, especially for the OD later on. The OD will just be able to dump damage on top of him with that hammer. And so some Krillic there that I don't understand, and Illidan building a Sanj. Just going to build that Sanj and Yas again for the move speed, as well as the, of course, the extra survivability and the maim, which gives extra slow. And nothing on Disruptor, just has the urn, has dust. G still working towards that Hex or Shivas, don't know yet. But I do believe that's the only 2 items he can build with that. And pause now, ready to go. Here we go. John will be working towards the BKB now. It does have the Ogre Scepter up. And a Smile. I think he's going to go for a Hex, to be honest. As a Hex, really one of the only ways to deal with the Timbersaw well. That or Orchid, but really no Orchid heroes on VP. Could maybe have the OD do it, but OD much better off with just stacking Mystic Staff items. Gonna get Hexed and likely just get the Shivas after that. And then look towards other items, likely maybe a Refresher or something. Ultimate Orb items at that point. And Illidan finds a double damage now. Gonna start doing these Ancients, it seems, with that. And push gonna come top from Virtus.Pro as Relax. Oh, as a misclick. Push the bottom lane. And Roshan not gonna be up for another 6 minutes now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And both sides
Dire's
going for
top
towers.
tower is under attack.
Shackling time chasing Illidan. Illidan
Dire's
getting a lot of armor
top
reduction from the Forge Spirits.
tower has fallen.
Now at 2 armor? Yeah, 2 armor.
Dire's
So
top
both towers
tower
being
has
traded here.
fallen.
Both sides were just wanting more gold at this point. Feeling the addiction for the team fights. And
Radiant's bottom tower
each
is
tier 3
under
tower can
attack.
take a bit of damage. Seems they're actually going to defend this one so it doesn't take too much. And the Sanjin and Yasha now finished up on the Bristleback. And Round now popping the ultimate. Illidan could be in a bit of trouble here. Indeed, he has Purge up from Coctella, and Sunstrike gonna be going down as well. Illidan gonna fall here, even after popping the BKB. That was his 8-second charge, so burning through those charges pretty quickly here. I believe actually both sides are really burning through them pretty quickly, as every team fight engagement now, you see him pop constantly. As soon as I'm sure Relax sees that OD, all the BKs are just gonna pop. So G may want to try and see if he can fake that ult out, cancel the cast maybe. So now Bristleback's starting to fall a little bit behind in farm, and we can take a look at the gold graphically to see how the teams are panning out in terms of advantages. But actually nearly dead even now at the 34-minute mark, so very, very close game here as Relax and VP just trading blows here. VP having the advantage, losing it to Relax, and now taking it back, and now Relax fighting their way back in now. Fighting it back to even. So now experience in Relax's favor slightly. Again, they do get the bigger experience trends for some reason, but VP did have somewhat of an advantage and just lost it again. And yeah. So Shackle going to find out NS here. NS may die. Could always be disrupted by Coctella, but Coctella not gonna get anything here. Both sides now chilling in this area. Now Sunstrike gonna come hit from Invoker. However, Static Storm dropped from NS. NS falling very low here in the meantime. And now Relax may feel a little bit safer engaging with that Static Storm down. It is a very, very good teamfight combo. Or teamfight kind of spell. So now NS gonna eat the arrow here. NS dead for sure. Force Staff actually backed by Jotum. And now Invoker throwing a tornado. NS gonna fall in the backlines. Oh, not just yet, but Coctella rather gonna fall. No, not yet either. Mechanism saving him as well. No deaths exchange yet. Smell, however, gonna be the first. No, not even yet on him. OD actually killing the Lich as the Lich last bounce kills the next assassin. So 1-for-1 thus far. Very close team fight there in terms of kills. Both sides really getting very low before that entire thing came up. But a Disruptor getting blown up by the Sunstrike. So well done by TMW there as he is chased down by Illidan. Illidan gonna see if he can go in Shacklo here. Shacklo gonna manage to get away as G not getting in range enough. Now it's a Shackle, so Shacklo gonna be scythed up, but nothing there for them to follow up with. As Arrow flies out from Avos, and Avos gonna whiff on all three there. Now looking to turn this around. The chase begins the other way. So we follow the same exact path except in the opposite direction. These Russian games just provide they're just really entertaining games. They always aggressive, you know, there's no really period of downtime where they farm for like more than 5 minutes at a time, I'd say. And they really all just build this really mid-game oriented lineup. They don't plan going this late, boys. They just figure, you know, if we can win out in the laning phase, we can take back the mid-game easy. Or we can win the mid-game easy on top of that, and then just snowball and have the game end before the late game. But that hasn't happened in the previous game, at least, as VP not able to close that game out. Not being able to close this game out yet either, but really been even in terms of farm on the other side thus far. So Smile meantime getting hit by the arrow there as Shard even drops to Crystal Maiden's Frost Nova. Smile eats a Sunstrike there, and Roshan not back up for another minute now as all of Relax rotate back to base, and VP you can meander around the Roshan pit for the time being. As Disruptor now working towards the Aghanims. Aghanims, again, it's not going to say exactly what it does, but I believe it is an AoE sort of Doom. It's probably the best way to describe it. It entirely mutes the players. They cannot cast items. They cannot, you know, so they can't go in there and have their BKB pop like they normally can. They're not just straight up silenced and take damage. They're silenced and they can't use their items, so they're 100% muted. So that Aghanim is certainly very strong, and gonna fly out part of that to him now. Actually, no, just on the career. Give himself boards and not give himself the Euro Club just yet. So. And Virtus.Pro rotating bottom now. They did see the Timbersaw, so they could have been looking for a kill on him there, and Roshan going to be up any second now. Relax in the superior advantage for this attempt, but of course, Virtus.Pro going to spot this out. We're not going to catch their ward, and now Illidan pops BKB after he's disrupted up, and now Shacklo hexed up. Shacklo eating lots and lots of damage. Gonna Timber Chain away, so it's safe there, and Arrow gonna hit on NS again. NS force stepped away by Jadam a second time, and NS may be in a bit of trouble now. Static Storm on cooldown once again, not catching anyone for the second time in a row. Jadam now being chased by Havost. Havost not gonna get anything. And another engagement that just doesn't go either way. Timbersaw got really low there, but no kill. So no kill, really no advantage going either way. And now with Roshan back up, it's a moment of decision. The people who win this fight really could just win the game straight up. And now Anna's going to be blown up by the Mirana arrow as well as everything else. And now OD eating a tornado there. And now the Meteor. Chain Frost flying out onto Smile. Smile going to eat the Chain Frost and going to bounce back onto... No, not back onto him, rather. Bounce onto G, and G going to fall here after the Purge bursts. And RX Dread getting the last kill there with the right click even. And now Illidan going to make it alive as Crystal Maiden going to get blown up by the Invoker Sunstrike as Shacklo was struggling to kill him as he was ulting. And now Nyx finishing up his Hex. So 2 Hexes on side of VP now. And it's really going to be behind though, because they're going to lose this Roshan. Now Relax going to have this distinct advantage as they did not lose a single person in that team fight, I believe. As VP first lost the Disruptor, then the OD, and then the Crystal Maiden. So at least they did not lose their carry Illidan, but Illidan not being effective as he was in that really early laning phase. As Roshan now about to fall. Avos gets that Aegis for himself, and Shacklo likely be working towards a Hex himself now. We're going to see lots of Hexes on the other side here because Hex is really one of the best ways to kill the Timbersaw, and also one of the best ways to disable the Invoker from casting any spells. And also a good way to make sure that Bristleback passive isn't being triggered and he cannot do too much damage. As Stella going to be hexed up by Smile here, and it's going to die for sure. So very aggressive ward placement attempted there from him, and not going to be to any success. Going to die to the next assassin. Doesn't even get to place his ward. So free kill in the ward in the name of VP. So now VP gonna start playing very passively, it seems, as they do feel in the back foot after the last engagement, and now down and not having the Aegis. It is on Havost, so Havost with the Aegis advantage. Certainly VP won't look to take a fight here, but will defend their towers, their tier 3 towers rather, as the added tier 2 tower is really not worth it as much. And now Gem on Shacklo, 4-step on Lich, Butterfly on Havost. So Havost starting to get some real nice farm up on him. And G working towards the Shivas now, has the plate mail. And Anna's still working towards that Aghanim's. Still needs the 2 parts, the point booster as well as the agility piece, and you'll be good to go. And now Basher up on Illidan. Again, going to be working towards a greater Basher with that. Certainly a nice item to have. We'll lock down. Any hero he really wants, as is the point with that kind of item. Around now, popping the ult as Relax going to collapse on this mid lane as they do see the OD there. I was going to see if he can hit this arrow onto somebody. Throw and hit on Smile. Smile now dead for sure. Astral going to save him actually, and blinks away instantly. Getting another 400 health there. Had that Sunstrike hit after, right before the Astral hit came, he would have been dead. And the push on mid now comes out. Creeper just blown up instantly as Timbersaws can do. And tower gonna fall for sure now. And I attempted from Jotum there, but I'm not gonna hit anything. And arrow flies. I'm not gonna get anything. And Illidan now. Tornado from TMW. Meter dropped as well as a deafening blast. And now Chain Frost goes to the BKB. Cancels the teleport. So Illidan now gonna see what he can do in terms of kills because he certainly is dead on this top lane. Not gonna go on Dread, but Cold Snap being too strong. I'm just gonna see if he can run away now. Static Storm onto nearly 3 there, but of course Cocktella getting out just barely now. NS gonna see if he can get a kill on Cocktella and purged up. Not gonna be able to do it. Cocktella gonna make it out just barely. There's Illidan. He had himself saved there, but in the meantime, actually, Havos actually died in this river here. John gonna go down, however. No, gonna be saved, imprisoned up, and actually no. Havos missing the timing on that arrow, but gets a right click on him anyway. And now Disruptor and CM down for VP. Now TMW actually being focused upon by VP. Now Dread next in line. Smile not able to get a stun or a mana burn onto that Lich to get the kill, but Relax losing 2 there, the Shadow Demon as well as the Invoker. And Illidan now getting very low. Stun or Hex up from Smile onto Havos now. Manta's out and Havos gonna fall here, so Virtus.Pro getting 4 now in this fight. As Timbersaw just going to teleport out, and we'll see what Virtus.Pro does. But likely going to see if they can take this top tower. And buyback status on the side of the Dire. And the person who has it is the only one to lie, so Virtus.Pro could certainly look for a push here. And really, the first person who can try and deal with this sort of push is the Invoker, and he's not going to be up for another 30 seconds. As the Shadow Demon not up for another 5, and he's just going to be able to just imprison someone and not much else. Illidan, however, is very low on mech popped, however, so going to heal up just the slightest. And Illidan going to eat this tower damage. That's 2 up for Relax now, and Relax. Hex and a imprisonment stack there, so a bit of a misplay by Virtus.Pro, and now Disruption onto Timbersaw. Virtus.Pro looking to back off now as the Invoker is up, and Cold Step onto Smile. Smile indeed falling, TMW being stunned up here. TMW does have a Hex now, by the way, so can certainly contest. Sunstrike gonna miss there from TMW. And Shacklo begins the chase. Shacklo, no Hex on him yet, so can't really make sure someone can not teleport away, but very long fight, long push, and bit of breather now as both teams back off. Gonna take away that buyback graph and put on the net worth again. So pretty even in terms of net worth. Not really it's the supports that have any difference. CM above the Lich and Disruptor above the Shadow Demon. And Hex now finished on Timbersaw, so Hex is everywhere this game. Zenith's now teleporting out. Was spotted by this ward, and Shadow Demon not going to find him at all. And now BKB finished on to the Crystal Maiden. And they're not going to find him down here. But Anna's going to be looking, or no, rather Jotum going to be looking for some sick ults here. With the 4-staff BKB. And Illidan now working towards a Assault Cuirass, one would assume. not opting to go for the Greater Basher. I figure they have enough lockdown as it is, as they were stacking stuns on that Timbersaw with the Astral and with the Hexes. And now Shiva's completed on G, so G double Mystic Staff has 88 plus 93 int, that is 180 int. No, yeah, nearly 180 int. 181 to be precise. As Relax look to push this bottom lane, but I like just seeing if Roshan's going to be back up and pushing out this lane, so Virtus.Pro have to deal with it before they go check the Roshan. As a really one ward out in the map for VP right now on this top rune, nowhere else. I really haven't had time, and if they do go out, they will likely die. That would be a good time to check the buyback status. And the only person on team Virtus.Pro that has buyback is the Bristleback. I mean, he's going to take the brunt of the damage, but should someone else fall, like the OD, would be certainly a struggle for VP to defend the engagement. Actually, after expending the ult, he may be somewhat useless, but he does right-click for quite a high amount, so I mean, always the potential there for him to still do work. And now Aghanim's completed on that Disruptor. Hopefully he can get some really nice static storms off and kinetic fields, and just start really locking down Team Relaxes. That mute will prove very, very strong, as no hexes, no BKBs, no nothing can be popped in that static storm with the Aghanim's up. So Roshan gonna spawn in 100 seconds now. Gonna be quite a bit, and in the meantime, Relax just gonna chill in the area nearby, farm up some ancients. So Havos now building crit, and Assault Curiosity now up on Illidan. So both sides getting up those major items. G getting up those 2 Mystic Staffs on top of the BKB force. John, of course, with a BKB himself. And that's, of course, with an Aghanim. So VP hitting times with these items, all really at relatively the same time, as Smile actually now finishes his... no, he's had that for a while, never mind. But he has a Ghost Scepter now on top of that. And he's looking for something, but not going to find anything. As Virtus.Pro going to wrap all the way around, it seems. And Roshan up for another 40 seconds now. So VP going to wrap indeed all the way around. However, it seems Relax are onto this and going to hex up Smile instantly. Smile going to go down very, very quickly here. However, Static Storm goes out onto 2 of Relax, and now G being focused down by Mirana. However, Mirana, or G rather, forced himself away. Now Shackler eating a lot of damage here. Indeed does fall. And Jotun popping the ult, not going to be enough, however, with the BKB even. And right click down by the Mirana there. So losing 2 is VP, and VP now likely lose a 3rd in NS. NS now indeed does fall. So Mirana doing the right click, getting a double kill there. And now G going to make it away, as well as Illidan. Illidan, however, did have a double damager, just found one. So had he had that a little bit earlier, he may have gotten a couple more kills. But the rest of Relax really alive and well, as the Timbersaw did fall in his the only casualty. And just gonna go check on Roshan now, as it is up. They did leave a Force Spirit there for that, and they're now ready to go. And Daedalus ready for Mirana. Demon Edge now picked up as well, so let's check out the buyback statuses. And yes, Mirana, Invoker, and the Lich have it. And Shackler doesn't really need it, as he does have Bloodstone. He responds moderately fast, and Sharding, of course, is pretty loose at this stage in the game. Just really more of a disable than anything. So, doesn't need the buyback per se, but again, nice to have, I guess. Mirana really started to eclipse the Bristleback in terms of farm. 3,000 ahead in gold, and 5,000 ahead of G. Timberstar really starting to catch up to those 2 quarters of VP at this point. Smile. And the push going to come out now in this bottom tower. VP going to see what they can do. So the Aegis is on Havos, so Havos going to have to be killed twice here. And now, glimpse from NS here. Cocktail going to go down for sure. Static Storm blown just for the Shadow Demon now. Hex up onto Havos actually. Havos going to get blown up real bad by that ultimate from G. Cheese popped on Shacklo now. Shacklo eating a lot of damage from the right clicks of VP, and now John dropping the ultimate. However, Havos eating a lot of damage from the vendetta of Smile. Smile, however, almost going down there. Next assassin, meantime, killing the Lich. So Lich falling as well. And Invoker. Nyx buying back, I do believe. Shako did not buy back. He got rid of that alive. He was getting very low, however. So Aegis popped on Mirana. Nyx buying back. Disruptor fell. And very even fight. Relax losing 3 in that fight, while VP only losing 2. And so VP still very much in this, as is Relax. Even game as far as things go. But 2 very long games thus far. And just look at this graph. Up and down. Up and down. Now even, and Vo's going to die in this top lane. G getting a free kill onto him. So Mirana being caught out there. Yeah, but does have buyback, I believe. Has 32,000 gold. 3,200 gold. 32,000 would be insane. But now Virtus.Pro look to get the racks in the top lane, as they are bare. So we may see this progress to a game 3. Virtus.Pro down 1-0 in the series, of course. Relax taking the previous game with that Luna late game kind of pickup. And TMW going to be kind of hunted out here, but not to be found. Virtus.Pro actually not going to push the top lane. Actually, yeah, there they are. Going in now as NS. Johnam actually now stuck on the cliff, so that may be a bit of a bad situation for him, but Illidan purged up now by Cocktaila, and buyback from Mirana now. Illidan hexed up, not going to be able to dodge the arrow. Illidan eating a lot of damage here, and going to fall, so Illidan down, and now G as well as Johnam on the run, including Smile and NS, so the entire team of Virtus.Pro backing off now. Actually looking to re-engage. Smile, ult on the 3 from NS now, ult from Jotham onto more. Shockley going to fall here, as well as Havos, maybe. Havos now hexed up. Chain Frost from Lich flying back and forth, and now Smile still alive, G still alive as well. 3 down for Relax now. And stun on 2 from Smile. Drake going to go down here. TMW maybe next. TMW, no mana on him. However, Hex on G, and TMW now is literally 0 mana. Can't do anything except right click. And going to fall here as Illidan did buy back. So this top track's going to go down for sure now, as Mirana already spent her buyback, and the rest of the Dire team, Lich and Invoker already buying back, but Timbersaw also has it, and the Shadow Demon does not. Of course, the Timbersaw already back alive, I believe. Did not have to buy back. And Maniacs looking to go down, as Illidan chewing it apart with the 250 right click he has. And Odie's teleport being cancelled there, and then popping the BKB as Smile now hexed up, and Shackler going to go down here from Illidan. Illidan now meteored, deafening blast, and Virtus.Pro going to fall back. Hex up on GG in trouble now. Sunstrike going to hit on him, indeed falls. Gem on the ground. Illidan, however, going to pick it up. G instantly buying back, and Illidan on the run. No hex for 13 seconds on Shacklo. However, let's see how well Illidan can juke this out. And getting away very hastily right now. Doing a good job of the juking, and Smile throwing out a stun on just Dread. Dread getting very low just from the creeps though. And Illidan. Hex up from TMW now. Will be Hex from Shackler rather. Now TMW going to drop the Hex next. Illidan go down a second time here, and now his buyback off, or on cooldown, so not going to get anything there. Virtus.Pro looking to re-engage now. NS dropping the ult on just Shackler. Shackler now in trouble. All from John going to be dropped again. Shackler going to fall here for sure. Shackler falling, and now Candela going to drop as well. TMW next in line now. Strike looks an OD coming out, and TMW still alive. Now Hex onto GG. Going to start flying from the Mirana, now stunned from the arrow, and now Smile sending up to Mirana. TMW going to fall, and Mirana in a bit of trouble here. Surrounded by 3 heroes of Virtus.Pro. Mirana going to fall, so 4 surrounding Mirana there, and G getting a triple kill, as Lich is the only survivor for Relax, I believe. Actually may have just respawned. And Virtus.Pro likely just going to try and push in and see if they can maybe end the game. Maybe actually try and grab a second set of racks, but when did this bottom lane go down? Did I miss that? Did Mirana backdoor the bottom lane? Because that certainly wasn't like that beforehand, I believe. No, it definitely was not. But a Virtus.Pro now 2 gems on Nyx.
Dire's middle tower
1 free
is
try.
under attack.
And the tower going down slowly. Disruptor gonna be back, or just Shadow Demon back up.
Dire's middle tower
Lich
has
back
fallen.
up now. Timber Saw back up as well. Relax still can't engage this though. G gonna be proving too dangerous a source of damage to really engage. Really, Timber Saw doesn't want to die again here. So Raxing in the mid. And so those middle, or those bottom racks I believe weren't taken earlier by VP, but, or by Relax rather, but certainly someone had to backdoor them, and I do believe it was the Mirana. Mirana does have Boots of Travel. And is really the only one aside from, no, is the only one on Relax that could have done it. So Host doing some dirty backdooring here, it seems.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And get the only lane that they have a tier 2 on, so. Actually, T2's mirrored on the other side. Tier 2 top for VP still up, tier 2 bottom for Relax still up. As this game nearly hitting the 1 hour mark now. Both teams 44-44, scores entirely even, and we take a look at the gold. Now in VP's favor by 1,000, but keep in mind this is an hour into the game, and the gold advantage is only 1,000 in VP's favor. It's just insanely how closely these teams are playing. How close this game is in general. As 2 racks down, now mid for Relax. Quad racks down, and VP now actually extending this XP graph now. Finally, this VP now taking the advantage in experience. Gonna spike up, I believe, to probably like 10,000-ish. That'll be gold. As the next Roshan is not going to be up until another 10 to 3 minutes. Or 10 seconds to 3 minutes. As Rex may look to smoke here, but I'm not sure that we're going to do so. So we're going to be up in 2 minutes now. And so NS Static Storm, just so you know, has been doing a bit of work. I've certainly shut down Shacklo, but certainly the other thing, big things to notice is that they're just stacking these ults very well. Static Storm into usually the Jotum, Crystal Maiden ult, and then the ult from G. Now Mirana. G caught out here. Force that back, and now Smile in the Static Storm, but Static Storm catching no one this time. Jotum eating a lot of damage now. Jotum falling. Havos in the midst of things, and now NS eating a lot of damage from the round as well. Chain Frost popped onto, I believe it was just Illidan, and now Havos going down here as well. So Havos going down, and Bristleback getting the kill on Mirana, and now Bristleback getting another kill onto the Invoker. Invoker falling, and now Shacklo seems to be next. So Relax losing 4 here. This is GG for sure. Virtus.Pro going to look to push as there are no buybacks available on the Dire side. Not enough gold and no time, so GG comes out indeed from Relax. Virtus.Pro taking this game in an astounding fashion. Very close game on either side. Crazy game. Kills almost tied up, 48-45. VP coming out on top and indeed winning the game. So hour and 7 seconds is the length of this game. And yeah, so VP holding on to this game 2, indeed winning it out, and this will go to a game 3 now, which I assume will just be as spectacular as the rest. Havos doing as much work as he can, 18, 9, and 12, not enough though, and yeah, that's about it. G also doing very well, 12, 5, and 21, so both sides putting on a magnificent performance in this game, and VP just being able to edge it out with that team fight sort of composition. And really, the support play from the Crystal Maiden Disruptor proving to be the difference here. Shadow Demon couldn't do too much, and Lich not too much with the Chain Frost either. But anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Frouwo casting. If you enjoyed it, like, share, subscribe, all that neat stuff. If you didn't like it, I always appreciate constructive criticism. Contact me via Twitch, via Twitter, via YouTube, and I will get back to you with the things you want to improve upon, hopefully, and work on those. I'm just discombobulated at this point in time. It is such a long game, 2 in a row, and yeah, so I will see you guys in game 3, but in the meantime, of course, have a nice day, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.